Hey, what's up, guys? So we're back again for another cooking episode, guys. For tonight's dinner, this dish, guys, is gonna be like a Jollibee inspired dish, as we all like know Jollibee, and us we like grow up like eating Jollibee. So we're gonna try to recreate their what do you call it, their burger steak.
My favorite.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys heard my wife. She said that's her favorite. So my wife, she kept on bugging me about this one. So I was like, you know what? Let's just do it. This one is actually pretty easy, guys. It's just that I'm just like sometimes just too lazy of like what I mean, like incorporating all this dish. Sometimes I just like want like an easy dish. That's why sometimes I'm just deciding to cook like a quick dinner for us. But for tonight, guys, like what I said, this one is really easy to follow. There's not really a whole lot of going on with this dish, except the only preparation on this one is actually creating our own patty. So we're gonna create like multiple patties. In that way, we don't have to like, I don't have to like to cook again for tomorrow. So what I do is like I try to to cook for like at least like 2 day worth of meal. In that way we don't have to like keep cooking in here because of our like busy schedule and all like that. But anyway, guys, it's just like a little bit of the what we're cooking. But like always, we're gonna go through our ingredients, and then of course we're gonna go on the process of cooking this delicious Jollibee inspired you know dish. So let's do it, guys. All right, guys. Here's our ingredients for this Jollibee inspired burger steak dish. So we have a ground beef. I know some people, guys, they actually combine the ground beef and then the ground pork as well, which I think it's actually good. But for this dish, we're just gonna focus on the ground beef. But of course, I think you can like incorporate the pork as well, because it kind of like just like match up really good with the beef sometimes, and it kind of like put a lot more flavoring on your patty if you guys doing that way. But for this one, like I said, we're focused on this one. So I got the 2 pounds of ground beef in here, and then for our seasoning, yeah, we're gonna use this one too, guys. This is like gonna be yeah, like what's gonna put more elevation on your dish. So we're gonna do this one. If you guys don't have this one, you guys can use a Knorr cubes or the powder, or if you guys have the cubes, then you just gonna like grate that one to create like a small, like a magic sarap, pieces in there. So that's one of them. We're gonna need the salt as well. This is just salt that I just transferred, guys. That's just salt. We're gonna need the onion powder. We're gonna need granulated garlic. We're gonna need ground pepper. And for a lot more flavoring, guys, so we're gonna need this parsley flakes. So that's our seasoning in there. And then of course we're not gonna forget our binder, which is going to be egg. And I'm wearing gloves because it's better to mix with your gloves than using like a spatula, guys. This one will do all the what do you call it, the heavy lifting when it comes to like mixing the your patties. And then for our the other ingredients, of course, it's not gonna be a Jollibee inspired if you don't have mushrooms, right? So we got mushrooms here, 2 kinds of mushrooms. And then you can do this one or the other way, guys. But since this one are really easy to get here, we're just gonna use the ready-made golden pork gravy. Later on, when I'm actually creating this one, guys, I can actually tell you guys on how to do your own gravy. But for this one, then like what I said, we're gonna be using the ready-made gravy. And of course, we're gonna need Knorr seasoning for just like extra flavoring. And what's gonna bring this one to another level, guys, is your butter. So we're gonna be using maybe I think these are like four there's like 4 sticks in here, so I'm just gonna use one. That's a lot of butter for this one, but yeah, we're definitely gonna use butter, and that's definitely what's gonna put more flavoring and aroma on our what do you call it, Jollibee inspired burger steak. So that's all the ingredients, guys. I'm just gonna get like a couple things ready. I'm gonna get the frying pan ready as well, and then we'll start mixing this delicious dish. All right, guys, let's start the process of putting all this together to create a like a delicious patty for this dish. So I'll start with the eggs, guys. We don't need to season the egg anymore, guys, because like what I said, this is just gonna be like a binder for our ground beef. So we're just gonna crack those 2 eggs. You can also use your food processor, guys, if you guys prefer that one. If you guys don't have the powder and you guys wanna do everything like like natural. I mean, these are natural as well, but if you guys really want to use the actual veggies like the garlic and onions, you guys can actually use the food processor. But since this powder are available here and I do have them, I'm just gonna stick with those one to makes this one easier to prepare. So I'm just gonna put the 2 eggs in there, guys. And then we're gonna start seasoning this one. So I got 2 pounds in here. So we're just gonna use half a teaspoonful of a ground pepper, guys. So that's a half a teaspoonful ground pepper. I'm actually gonna use a tablespoonful, guys, of what do you call it? Onion powder. And then we're gonna put parsley. I'm gonna do that's probably enough right there, guys. I was gonna say like I'm just gonna do like a 2 of this one as well, but that should be good, or maybe like a little more. There you go. That's gonna put a lot of flavoring on our what do you call it, on our patty. And then of course this what do you call it, granulated garlic. So I'm also gonna use 2 of this half tablespoonful, guys. So that's we're gonna put a tablespoonful as well of granulated garlic. There you go. And then a half tablespoonful of salt. There you go. And then of course we're not gonna forget our magic syrup, guys, to enhance more flavoring on our patty. You don't want that there. Then we're just gonna scatter it in there, and that way we're not gonna have a hard time mixing everything in there. And then from here, guys, like what I said, yeah, I'll just use my my hand, since I have glove anyway, to make it easier for me to mix everything in there. Yeah, seasoning this one, guys, it's really up to your preference. You can put paprika in there if you want. You can put also the thyme and the oregano the one that I have. But we'll just stick with this few ingredients, guys, and you can go wrong with what we just used, because that one alone will put a lot of flavoring on your patty already. So we're just gonna make sure that we'll mix this one right, and then we're gonna start molding our patty. So I'm gonna be back, guys. I'm not gonna keep you guys there while I'm doing this one. Then we'll be back. In that way, we're gonna cut this video short for you guys to watch. All right, guys. Now we're gonna create our patties, guys. It's not gonna be perfect, guys. Not unless you guys actually have the actual press for like patties. But this one will do as well what I'm showing you guys. So we're just gonna improvise. So what I'm using is the a third cup right here, guys, or 80 ml cup. I don't know how you guys gonna measure this one wherever you guys are at, but this one works perfectly for me. So you can create like some that big of a patty every time you guys use this one. So what I do is I just like what I said, we'll scoop. We're just gonna peel this one. We're gonna peel it up, of course, with the meat. Just like that. And then I have oil in here, guys. So what I do is I put the oil on this plate. I don't know if you guys can see it. Okay, I think you guys can see it. What I do is I put the oil in there. Or if you guys have the spray, and then I'm gonna use this small plate here as a presser. So I'm just gonna put oil in there too, and then we're gonna transfer this one there. I don't know if you guys can see it. It looks like round. And then what we do is we're gonna press against this small plate to create a patty. Just like that, guys. I'll probably get the presser online. In that way, we're not gonna have a hard time. I don't know if you guys saw it, but yeah, look at that, guys. It's almost like perfect patty, right? So you guys got an idea. I'll do like a couple more, guys. In that way, you guys can follow. You guys don't have to keep on. And then I'm just gonna scoop it with like like with this one, and then transfer it like on a plate like this, and then we're gonna fry it after I'm done with everything. So like what I said, fill it up with the meat. This third of a cup. And then I'm gonna put oil in there. In that way, it's not gonna we're not gonna have a hard time, lifting the patty out of it. And then on this one too. And then we're gonna transfer. There you go. And then we're gonna press. Oh, we're gonna press with this one. Okay, we're gonna press. And then you guys can just like and then you guys can just fix it, kind of like round it up with your hand. Yeah, like what I said, doesn't need to be perfect, guys, because once you fry this one, you're still gonna get all the flavoring and everything. And then like the what do you call it, the patty looking, it's still gonna you can still like recreate that one the way we're doing it right now. So I'm gonna do one more, guys, and then I'm gonna do the rest away from the camera. In that way you guys don't have to like watch the whole thing. I'm pretty sure you guys got the idea by now. So this is how we do it, guys. So let me know if you guys have a better idea on how you guys do it at home. But this is how I do it. But I know there's a presser that you can buy online, so you can easily create this one. But yeah, this is how I've just been doing my patties. And then like what I said, press it again. Just kind of like even it out. And yeah, we're just gonna mold it, kind of like make it like all even and all like that, guys. And then there you go. Like what I said, we're gonna do the rest like this, and then we're gonna start frying them, guys. So I just want to like show it to you guys. Like what I said, it's not perfect, but you know what I mean. Like they kind of like look patties in a way. So that's all we really need out of it, guys. So I'm gonna create the whole thing, and then we'll be back for the rest of the process. All right, guys. So we're here now. I'm just gonna use this wok, guys, to fry, to fry the patties. In that way, because we're gonna be using this one anyway to to do the gravy and all like that. So that's why I just decided to use that one. In this way, it's gonna save me time to, clean all the, like all the dishes and everything like that after we're done here. So yeah, of course we're gonna put oil, guys. So with the 2 pounds of ground beef that we created earlier, guys, so we were able to create I think like 12 patties out of it. So yeah, that's a lot, guys. Especially these patties are, these are big compared to the one that they have at Jollibee, guys. But yeah, like what I said, these are big, and that's a lot to to keep in for us to keep for like to eat for like days or a couple of days at least. So that's my goal. So we're just gonna heat up this wok, and then of course we're gonna end up frying them from there. This one should be hot enough, so we should be able to fry I would say like 4 at a time. So there's probably gonna be like 3 batches that I need to do to cook all these 12 patties. Yeah, there you go, guys, just like that. So yeah, I'm gonna fry all of them, and then like we'll go in the next process of cooking this delicious dish. But since the patties are done, like we're done with them, everything should be streamlined from here. That's like what I said. That's the only hard part. But after this, then we'll be good. It should be like pretty relatively easy from here. So we'll be back, guys. Alright, guys, our patties are all cooked. So now we're gonna, of course, remove them away from this wok first, so we can create the sauce for this one. Yeah, like what I said, guys, these are pretty thick compared to the Jollibee. Those are like a lot thinner right there. So we're gonna remove all these patties first. Look all the patties that we created, guys. Just the patties alone, guys, I can eat them already. I can smell the like the fragrance and all like that. So this one right here, guys, it's really up to you guys on how health conscious you guys are. But for me, I always use this one as part of my the sauce. So this is just like the canola and a little bit of the juice, that we got from the what do you call it, the patties. But this one right here, guys, this has a lot of flavor. So we're gonna put butter, guys. I'm gonna put this whole butter in there. We're gonna melt it. Oh yeah, I told you guys, if you guys don't have the gravy, you guys can always create your own what do you call it, the sauce, right? So the sauce, guys, is just like a cornstarch and a butter. That's all they do. And then a little bit of this, and then a seasoning like garlic, a little bit of salt and onions. That's all they do, guys, if you guys don't have the gravy. But if you guys have the gravy, yeah, that's much better right there, because there's a lot of flavor in that one. But you can always recreate your own. So we're gonna melt this gravy. I mean, this not gravy, but but this butter first. Yeah, this butter will definitely elevate the flavoring that we're looking every time we cook this one. And then also we're gonna add. I forgot to tell you guys about this one, but I also add no, a beef bouillon in there, guys. But it's really up to you guys. But I will definitely include it on our description on the ingredients for sure. So that's the chicken bouillon right there. That's just gonna help match the flavoring that we created from the patties. So we're just gonna melt all that in there. And then from here, we can start adding our gravy. So we're gonna be using 2 cans of gravy. So that's one. Make sure I get everything. I'm probably gonna rinse them with water as well, though, just to put more what do you call it? Juice on our dish. So that's our gravy in there. And then we're gonna rinse it out. And then we're gonna be using this one as well, guys. So we're gonna add, I would say like 1 tablespoonful. So 2 of this, half a tablespoonful that I'm using, just to add more flavoring on our what do you call it? On our dish. And then half a tablespoonful as well of the garlic, guys. There you go. Oh, that's the onion. Sorry, that's the onion. And now the garlic. There you go. Just for added flavor. And then a little bit of salt, guys. Just a little bit. That bit of salt. There you go. That should be good. And then we're gonna lower our heat. We're just gonna mix all this one in here. Make sure that we incorporate all the flavoring in there. And then I'm gonna be back. I'm gonna rinse those can and then put a little bit of water on our dish. So I got the water in here. I'm just gonna rinse them both. And then, like what I said, we're just gonna make sure we mix everything on this wok. And then we'll be back, guys, when it's all like simmered and all like that. And then I don't know if I mentioned this one, guys, we're actually gonna add a sugar as well. So, but I will include it on our what do you call it, on our ingredients in the description. So I'm gonna put like 2 tablespoonful of sugar right there. The sugar will just like kind of like neutralize all the you know, the flavoring in there, kind of like give more of flavor in there. So that's our sugar. And then we're just gonna make sure that like what I said, everything is mixed in there well. And then we'll be back. Alright, guys, yeah, I just tasted it, and the way it's looking right now, it's where we wanted it, guys. The taste is actually pretty good. So now we can add our carefully added our patties back in there. That's all our patties in there, guys. So we're just gonna, like what I said, we're gonna simmer it. And since the mushroom are actually cooked, yeah, we're gonna add them like towards the end. But we're gonna let it simmer for a little bit. We're gonna do that one because it's gonna help out, you know, bring out all the juices from the patties, and then they kind of like incorporate the flavoring on our gravy. So we're gonna simmer it, and then we'll be back. Alright, guys, I don't know if you guys can see it, but you know, like what I said, we were gonna simmer it. You know, like I tasted it, guys, it's perfect. And then you know, I can tell that the flavoring of the what do you call it, the patties actually got into the what do you call it, the mixture or the soup that, or the gravy that we put as well. So now that everything is all like incorporated, guys, now we can add our mushroom in there. Our 2 cans of mushrooms. So we're just gonna add it. Like what I said, these are all cooked already. all we gotta do is just, you know, get them in there and maybe kind of like simmer it for maybe like a couple more minutes, and that way we can put the flavoring as well in the mushrooms. And then that should do it, guys. That should do our what do you call it, a burger steak Jollibee version that we just cooked for tonight's what do you call it, dinner. Yeah, look at that, guys. Just the look, I don't know if you guys can look at it like closely, but just the look, it's really, for me, it's like really appetizing, guys. Yep, like I said, I'm gonna put this one to boil, and then that should do our dish for tonight's dinner. All right, guys, it's time for dinner, so I'm gonna turn up the heat now, and then there you go, guys. Like I said, that was pretty easy. It's just that, you know, like preparing for the patties, it's what takes a, you know, takes a while, guys. But once you guys get over that hump right there, and then everything should be like pretty streamlined. And then we'll grab more mushrooms. And then there we have it, guys. Alright, guys, that's gonna do another cooking episode. Hopefully you guys learned you know what I mean, like another technique or another, you know, dish if you guys are not really aware of the you know, the Jollibee burger steak version. But yeah, hopefully you guys learned something. In that way you guys can, you know, like do the same thing, and hopefully your, you know, your family or kids will love it. But trust me, guys, they will love this one, especially if they're, you know, like into like burgers and all like that, because the, you know, the taste of the patty is still there with, and then the gravy, we're just gonna kind of like elevate that flavoring more. So, but anyway, guys, so thank you again for watching, and you know, like for always, like, you know, liking and, you know, sharing our videos. You know, again, guys, you know, I'll see you guys on our you know, next cooking show, which is pretty much like, well, I'll try to do it like, if it's like every day, I try to do it like every other day, and that way I can impart all this knowledge that I've learned throughout the years that I've been, you know, doing this one to you guys as well. So anyway, guys, we'll see you on our next adventure, if we're out and about, or the next time we're, you know, we're gonna create those you know, delicious and nutritious smoothie. For now, guys, peace out, ingat kayo. Until then, bye for now.